Towards the middle of December, Nintendo held a Nintendo Direct where they announced out of the blue that they would be releasing a little old game called NES Remix on the Wii U eShop on that exact day, and really it's a collection of games. Boasting a library of over a dozen different famous or maybe even infamous NES titles, you'll be taking little nibbles from all of them in a rapid fire setup. The best way to describe NES Remix is to compare it to Warioware, but instead of all the hubbub of nose picking or making music out of your poop factory, you're getting quick bursts of strictly just NES minigames. You'll be dodging barrels in Donkey Kong, swinging clubs in golf, spinning around in circles in Clue Clue Land, and so much more. Each level that you come across will give you a particular objective you'll need to complete in the quickest time possible, such as knocking down 5 rivals in Excitebike or scoring 10,000 points in pinball. Sometimes you'll encounter a series of smaller missions done one right after the other, or maybe even just one large-scale task like reaching the end of a Super Mario Bros. Stage and diving for that flagpole. All in all, they will usually last no longer than a minute each, making it perfect for playing in quick spurts as a pick-up and play style game. Now, each individual NES game has their own column of levels for you to complete, with them all being faithful to their NES counterparts and how they look, feel, and play. But where things start to get interesting comes in tow with the remix levels, which unlike the normal levels turn things upside down. Literally. Some will feature slightly updated graphics, distortion of the screen, or maybe even completely different gameplay that wasn't present in the original, like having the Italian plumber skate across some ice. At the end of each stage, you will be graded on your performance. The faster you beat the stage, the better your grade will be, which really encourages replayability as you want to come back to previously played stages to get 3 golden delights in each and every one. And considering NES Remix is loaded down with over 200 stages, you'll have your hands full for a number of hours. On the other hand, the selection of NES titles offered may not be the greatest of choices, but considering the games are only played in small, bite-sized chunks, it makes the experience that much better and actually more enjoyable. For example, golf isn't a particular game I'll go out of my way to play all by its lonesome, as it isn't really my style, but going through tiny pre-designed missions in small intervals gives you a different feeling. The same can be said for practically all the other games included, such as tennis, Donkey Kong 3, pinball, and yes, even Urban Champion. NES Remix will test your old school reflexes. Each of the first few levels in each column will be relatively easy to get your gears working, considering each of the NES titles feel so different from one another, each with their own controls and physics, but as you go down the line of levels, things will start to ramp up in difficulty. And we are talking of the NES era here, so you can expect the controls of a handful of the games to not be up to par, but considering you're only playing small pieces of the full product, they definitely are bearable. The visuals in most of the stages will just be stripped right from the originals, but the inclusion of the remix levels means things will be spruced up by adding little extra flares here and there to give old school gamers something new and fresh for their favorite classic games. Included among these are the addition of shadows that really make the games feel like they're popping up out of the screen as if it were in 3D, which is pretty neat. And of course, you will get your fill of classic chiptune music tracks to stir up that nostalgia. Overall, NES Remix is a perfect fit for the Wii U eShop and is definitely worthy of being picked up. Tagged with a price of $15, you are definitely getting your money's worth as you conquer the hundreds of stages from your favorite or most despised NES classics. It's perfect for a quick pick up and play every now and then, and even if NES Remix includes a game you don't particularly fancy, it's still enjoyable to play them in quick challenges that the game will offer you. So in all, the GamingPixelShow.com is awarding NES Remix with a 4 out of 5. But that will bring us to the end of this review, and if you like what you saw, please give it a thumbs up and add your favorites and all that good stuff. You can stay tuned for more video reviews, news videos, and That's on Miiverse episodes. But I will talk to you later in the next video, guys. Bye!